तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं।
Let us take a look at the algorithm used in the program, which is the Jarvis algorithm, or known as wrapping. The main purpose of this algorithm is to confine the set of points inside a polygon. The points used in the polygon are the points which will be useful in finding the maximum distance between the 2 points. This is my assumption that we can find the maximum distance by using the points which will be used in forming the polygon. Now let us see the example of Jarvis algorithm. First step is to find a point which has the minimum x value. If there are 2 or 3 points which have the same x value, then find the point which has the maximum y value. Here we can see the point is this, which we will mark this point as A, and it will be appended to the list of full, which will be seen in the code. Now we'll mark this point as P, the next point as Q, and the next point as R. Now the basic concept of this Jarvis algorithm is that if a point between R and Q is right side of Q, then the Q and R will swap this position and this point will be forwarded. Else if the R is on the right hand side, then we have to remember this point and the PQR will be shifted 1 point further. Now let us see with the help of this example. The R is on the right hand side of Q, so this point will be rejected. Hence we will exchange the P and Q and R values. Now the R is on the left of the P. Again we will swap Q and R here and R here. Now the point here is on the right hand side, so this P point will be remembered. P, this will be the Q and this will be R. Again the R is on the right hand side, this point will be remembered, value will be Q R P Q R. Now again the R is on the right hand side, this point will be remembered, mark as P Q R. Again on the right, remember this point P Q and R. Now here the R is on the left hand side of the Q, so we will swap the variable Q and R. Now the R is on the right hand side. One basic concept is that you have to see while going this according to this. Left will be here, right will be here, right will be here, left will be here. As you go here, right, left. As you go up, right will be here and the left will be here. Okay. Now this Q and R, PQR will be changed. This point will be remembered. We will name it as P. This will be Q and this will be R. Now it is on the right, then we have to remember this point. This will be P Q R. Now the R is on the left, we will swap Q and R. Now the R is on the right, so this P point which was previously Q, now it will be remembered, it will be P Q R. R is on the left hand side, we will also remember this will be P, this will be Q, this will be R. The R is on the right hand side, so we will remember this point also. This will be P, this will be Q, this will be R. Now R is on the left hand side, swap P and Q. Now in the end we have finally reached to the starting most point. When the Q reaches to the starting most point A, then we will stop the algorithm and the points which were found. Now after we join them, now you can see that all the points are being enclosed by the polygon, so our algorithm works fine. And these are the points which were suitable for finding the maximum distance. Here, if we use this algorithm when we have 500 points, it will clearly reduce our number of points to 30 or 40, which will be a great help to us in the algorithm. Thank you. Now let us take a look on the code. First, import CV2. Importing CV2 library for displaying pictures and adding coordinates to it. Import math. Importing library for basic math problem like distance, square and square root. Import time. This library is for calculating the time of execution. Now there are some global variables I have introduced. Let's take a look on them. Count is equals to 0 for displaying the number on image and remembering the corresponding address to which number. Coordinates list. This list passes the new added coordinate to the algorithm. Explain next. Rough coordinates. This rough list stores all the coordinates of the click points. Final coordinates. This list contains the finalized coordinate among which the 2 points will be found with maximum distance. Maximum distance equals to -1. The initializing of the maximum point as negative number so that the least distance is equals to 0 can also be used. Final 1 is equals to 0 and final 2 is equals to 0. These are few variables which I will using for storing the index and coordinates of the final 2 points later in the code. Whole is equals to list. We are using this whole as a global variable. Reason I will be explaining later. Now let us take a look at the class point which I have created for the algorithm. Define init function self x and y, self.x and self.y. I have created this to separate the x and y coordinate of the point which I will give to the class. Now let us see the function convex hull, which will be the starting point of the algorithm. We are passing to argument points and the number of points which will be there in the set. If the number of the point is less than 3, which will be 1 or 2, then the both point will be considered as the output. If else, then we will continue the program. Here L is equal to left index point, which will be the leftmost point. Now for this we will go to the def left index point. Here we are passing the point where we are initializing minimum is equals to 0. We are running from the 1 to all the points which are in the list. Here basically we are finding a point which with the least x-axis and maximum y-axis, which will be the leftmost point. In the process we will return the minimum index. We will return the minimum which will contain the index of the point. Now here we are defining global whole. Basically whole will be the container. Whole will be the set for all the indexes which will be considered as the final index, which are the outermost boundary of all the set. Now moving from the leftmost point, keep moving counterclockwise until we reach the start point again. This loop runs O of h time, where h is the number of points in the result. Now we are initializing p with the L, which will be the leftmost point, q with 0, and we are running a while loop. Here we are appending the leftmost point to the whole. Now search a point q such that the orientation of pqx is counterclockwise for all point of x. The idea is to keep track of last visited counterclockwise point, which is q. If a point I is more counterclockwise than q, then update the q. Here q is equals to p plus 1 modulus n. Here we are running a for loop for or number of points we have entered in the list. If orientation point q, point I, point q is equals to 0. On the defined function of orientation, we are passing three arguments pqr. Find the orientation of the order triplet pqr. The function return the allowed value 0, pq and r are collinear, 1 if they are clockwise, 2 if they are counterclockwise. Value is equals to y coordinate of q minus y coordinate of p multiplied by r coordinate, x coordinate of r, x coordinate of minus x coordinate of q divided by x coordinate of q minus x coordinate of p multiplied by y coordinate of r minus y coordinate of q. Basically we are doing here a cross multiplication to find the orientation of the 3 points. If value is equals to 0, return 0, is greater than 0, return 1. If else, if they are clockwise, then return 2. Now come back to the for loop. If the condition is met, then we will assign the I value to the queue, making it as a temporary variable. After this successful execution of for loop, we will change the value of p with the q, and in the end, if we will reach the leftmost point which we have first founded, then we will come out of the loop with the break statement. Now let's take a look on the click event, which will be passing the event x and y coordinate, flex and parameters. Here we are using all the variables which I mentioned earlier as a global variable: global count, global coordinates, global rough coordinates, global final coordinates, global max distance, global final 1, global final 2. Now if the event which we are here referred as the event of left mouse click, then this if block will be executed. First we will print the counter on this on the IDLE and print the x and y coordinate of the point which we have clicked. The coordinates dot append rough coordinates dot append x comma y. Here we are storing the coordinates in the rough coordinate for further use, because the coordinates which will be storing in the coordinates will be destroyed as we are passing them to the function. Coordinates dot append point x comma y. Here we are calling the class point. Now font is equals to cv2 font. Displaying the coordinates on the image screen, we are using the font style of 1, thickness of 3, font scale of 1, cv2 dot put text image, string count x comma y, font scale, color code of 00255 and thickness. Here this function will put the coordinates on the put the counter on the string with the font specified by us, thickness specified by us, color and font style. Then after this we will increment the counter by 1, and we will refresh the image by using imShowImage, and the name of the image is img, which will be later look in the main function. Now we are activating the algorithm by using key is equals to cv2 dot wait key is equals to 0. Here wait key is equals to 0 is a function which will be refreshing the window until a key press. If the key press is specified is equals to 32, which means this if a space bar is pressed, then the algorithm which I have written will be executed, otherwise it will keep marking the points. Now a dot time perf underscore counter, this is a starting counter which will return the time of executing the below code. Convex hull coordinates, length of coordinate. Here we are calling the convex hull which will perform the algorithm of finding the particular point which are at the boundary. Now we will print the coordinates of the now we will be printing the container of coordinates, which will be hull, which will contain all the indexes of the coordinates which are selected. Now we are in this for loop x in hull final coordinates dot append rough coordinates x. We are using this loop to copy the finalized coordinate to the final coordinate list. Low core, high core, these two lists are to store first and the farthest point among the final coordinates. For tuple 1 in final coordinates, for tuple 2 in final coordinates, temp is equals to math dot distance tup1 tup2. If temp is greater than maximum distance, then swap them by using these 3 lines of code. This loop is simply the brute force approach for calculating distance for each and every point. Final 1 is equals to final coordinates dot index low core, final 2 is equals to final coordinates dot index high core. Above mentioned final 1 and final 2 are here for getting the index of the nearest and the farthest point from the final coordinate list. Beat is equals to time per counter. Here we are using this to calculate the time of the execution of below code. In the end we will subtract the b from a such that the total time minus the time required to perform the print function will be subtracted to get the desired output. Now print maximum distance. All the points will be maximum distance will be the maximum distance which we have found using the algorithm. Maximum distance is between the point hull final and hull final 2. Here we are displaying the indexes of the point which were selected according to the user. cv2 dot line, here we are drawing a line between the 2 points. Here Here the arguments are the image which we have passed, lower coordinate, higher coordinate, the color code and the thickness of the line. cv2.image, here in this again we are using this to refresh the image so that we can see the change caused by the drawing this line. In the end we will print the time required by subtracting b from it. Now let us see the main function. If name is equals to main, image is equals to cv2 imread random.jpg, 1. Here we giving the name of the image which need to be displayed and one specify that it should be colorful. cv2.image.imshow image. This imshow function displays the name and the name of the image is set here to be img. cv2.mouseCallback image.clickEvent. This is the function which will be used to execute our code. If any mouse action is occurred, the click event will be triggered so that it will execute the click event function. cv2.wait0, this will be waiting for the this will be refreshing the image at this every 0 second so that we can see all of the coordinates and the image does not shut after the some time. cv2.display destroy all windows. This will terminate all the windows in the end of the execution. Now I would like to thank the sponsor of this video.
औकात में रहे।
ये भी ठीक है।